So guys, here today, Epic Discovery back with it. We're actually in the place in Crosby Beach where the Liverpool Council dropped off all the rubble after the Blitz which occurred in 1941.
Okay, so it's only about a mile and a half of basic landfill, if you can call it that. It was all of the rubble from the Blitz, as Deck said, 1941, May 1941. 7 nights of intense bombings by the German Luftwaffe. It was amazing. I mean, the story behind it, we're going to go through that in a short little while, but obviously in the meantime we're going to show you some of the stuff that's here that's over 80 years old. Should we get on it? Let's get on it. Look at this, it looks like a piece of floorboard. We've got the groove running along there and also along this long section here. We've got some, looks like floor varnish. That is definitely part of a floorboard from the Blitz, I would say. We've even got these scorch marks here on the back of it, look. That is eerie. Looking at some of this stuff, it makes you think of what the poor people went through back in World War II. Not only in this country, but also Germany and France and Italy. The poor innocent people that had to endure the war. This is surviving evidence of just that. A lamppost? Right, cool, we'll have a look in a minute, yeah? Right guys, at the minute I've just dug a small hole there. I got a signal of an 81 on the AT, and this is what we come up with. So straight off the bat, I have no idea what this is. I think it's what appears to be an old light fitting, an old external light fitting. You've got the flat surface there. You've got another point that would come into contact with the wall there also, and then at the end you've got just a hint of where a circular cable entry hole could be drilled out or knocked out, kind of thing, for the cable entry to supply the light fitting. It looks to me like it very possibly could have been from World War II, very possibly. You've got the little clamp there where the external glass would have hinged on the left there and then closed, and then you close the clamp over the side of the glass. So the lamp would have been inside here. What's really odd about this is the fact that it's all these stones have all compacted over the years, and I mean the sea has been coming in from here time after time, day after day. I mean, look at this guy here, for instance. Here's a brick that probably fell from a wall as a result of a bomb way over there in Liverpool, and you can see the rounded edges of it where the water has over the years eroded the corners off the brick. It is so cool, it's amazing. This place is absolutely steeped in history. Okay, so here's another one I found. It says Withnell Brick Plastic Terracotta Company Limited. Awesome. You can see the colours in the distance of all the terracotta coloured bricks that line the coastline here. We're talking where that bit of a pier is there. We're talking from that point all the way back to here. That is easily 50 metres. Now, swinging around this side here, you can see Deck way off over in the distance. Having a little browse for himself. They've also installed these rocks here on this side, but this here, all in the foreground here, stretches for about another half a mile further on there. It is absolutely crazy. So do you know what, we've been here I reckon about 20 minutes now, and this rang up on the AT as basically what it is, really, just a bit of old iron. But to my surprise, it was attached to this porcelain here. So I think, well, Deck and I actually think that this was possibly an old Belfast sink. That's a really nice find, that. I really like that. That is awesome. Plus, it's still free. Look at it. It's absolutely free as a bird. Even though it's been out here for all that time, you can see where all the wear and tear from the waves of the Irish Sea coming in, hitting it, pounding it day after day after day, and it's still free as a bird. Look at that. That's really cool, I like that. So back here, Dex come across an old lamppost that was obviously hit by possibly part of a building that took a bomb in Liverpool city centre. You've got these indentations here, which I'm not sure what they are. They're very, very deep grooves going down into the concrete that makes up the lamppost. That's the old footing, the foundation that it would have been sat on. And as it goes up, you can see a bit of a swelling in the formation of it here, which is narrowing the construction of the lamppost. As it went taller and taller and taller, it probably got narrower and narrower and narrower as it went up, kind of thing. So obviously it got broken here at this point. Whether a bomb would have hit that as a direct hit or part of a building had fallen on it, I don't know, but that's really cool. That, love it. So this is pretty cool. It's an old caster. It could well have been on the foot of a wardrobe in someone's bedroom, or it could have been at the foot of a filing cabinet or something like that in an office that took a bomb. It's in really, really, really old, worn condition. You can see where the sea has eroded away at that there, and it's it's in pretty poor shape, really. You can see the rubber there where the seawater has pounded against it after all this time, and it's almost as though the rubber's become part of the spindle where the wheel actually used to freely run. That's awesome. That's really cool. Then we've got another, what looks like a bottom corner of a Belfast sink, where in the old days they used to do the washing and laundry and the washing up and things like that. You can see where the sea again has worn away the enamel to a point where it's just a smooth, porous surface. That is very cool. Beautiful. Here he is, here's Big Lad now. Crazy hound. Right, so we come across this as well. It looks like a piece of metal. It's curved. Could that be a piece of shrapnel from World War II? Who knows? We've got something else here as well. We've got an old, what looks like a remnants of a pitchfork. Deck found that, didn't you?
I did. That was me.
Where did you find that actually, Deck?
It was just jammed behind these two rocks there.
I don't think you'd like to get stuck with that now, Deck, would you? Huh? Oh guys, look at this. Absolutely horrid. A big chunk of asbestos piping just sitting here on the beach, catching the wind. If that's disturbed in any way at all, it proves quite lethal, as you know.